Welcome to this practice, Yoga to Ease Back Pain. My name is Suzanne Lawson. You are going to need a strap for this practice. If you don't have one, just bring a dressing gown cord. And you'll need a couple of blocks. If you don't have blocks, bring rolled up towels. So come to sit in hero's pose, either on a meditation cushion, blocks or rolled up towels. Bring your arms up in front and clench the fists. And bring them back, and then bring them back up again, drawing those shoulder blades back. So good posture for your back is to get those shoulder blades back and in their sockets. Then bring your hands to your rib cage, and I just want you to feel how that feels when you breathe in and out. Notice what's happening with your rib cage. And then maybe start to just round the spine a bit, coming back and coming forward. And again, just notice how this feels in your back. From there, come into tabletop. So your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. And just really press the ground away from you and round that spine into cat. So I just want you to breathe here. Just really start to focus on breathing into the back of those ribs. So you knew how they felt before at the front of your ribs. Now just imagine what's happening to your back ribs. Then drop and come back to neutral. And then round again slowly, bone by bone. And notice where you can feel any tension release. Coming back to center again. And then I want you to grab your strap. And we're going to come down onto our back. And you're going to put the strap at the back of your back where your bra strap would automatically kind of lie. Okay? So take that strap underneath or your dressing gown cord and then grab it in each hand. And I want you to pull on that strap quite a lot as you lift your hips off the ground. So just keep coming back to this, drawing the hips up and then releasing them back down. And as you draw the hips up, really pull on that dressing gown cord and notice the release in the back muscles and any tension that you've got across the jaw. So just do this in your own time and just start to connect with where you can feel that niggle, where that pain, that tension is. Now what I want you to do is, with the hips down, just start to lift your head off the ground. And again, drawing your hands up. So really pulling on the strap here, but drawing your head off the mat. And notice now where you feel that release. And now lift the feet off the mat. Keep the knees bent so your toes are pointing forward. Draw your hands up again, so you're really drawing those hands up, and then point the toes down towards the mat, alternate. So left toe drops, right toe drops. Now notice how it feels in the back area. Just allowing that tension in the back to release. Now maybe take your head up as well and release everything back down. And then draw your legs up straight, and now see if you can do scissor moves with your legs as you draw your arms up and away from you, still drawing on that strap, and release. Well done. So come up onto your mat now. Come back onto your knees and just take a moment here just to iron out any tension. A few cat-cows, rounding and dropping, and then bend the toes, pressing yourself back into the toes, pressing your hands into the mat. And take your right foot forward on the mat. I'm going to come into a lunge. Now you might want some extra padding for your knees. I have knee pads, but you might just want a blanket or something, or roll your mat. Bring your hands into fork position, and then slowly start to twist to your right, and then come back to center, to your left, to center, your right, center. Just enjoying this stretch. Hands down, right leg comes back, and let's do the other side. So left leg forward, arms up in a fork, and take yourself over to your left, then your right, your left, and your right. Really press into that front foot to keep your balance. Release. Bring the left leg back. And then tuck the toes and come into down dog. So just ease it out here. Walking the dog, bending one knee, bending the other. Lifting the hips. Let the head drop. And then walk your right foot through your hands again. And we'll come into a high lunge this time. Fork the arms and turn yourself over to your left, using your right hand to draw yourself round, and then come back to center, and then come back to the right. Take your palms together, left elbow to right knee, and take your twist to the right. So rather than sinking down here with that left shoulder, think about lifting that right shoulder and that right elbow up and back. Relax and press back, downward facing dog. We'll do the other side. Left leg comes through, coming up with your arms into your fork position. And we'll twist to the left. Take your right hand on your left knee, extending your left arm away from you, coming back to center. And then we'll come into our twist. Palms together, right elbow on left knee. And start to twist, drawing your left shoulder up and back in space. Try not to dump down into that left leg. Drawing the right heel back towards the mat. Plant the palms and step back into downward facing dog. Bending the knees. and straightening the legs. And Heidi's come to join me for a kiss. So just staying downward dog, easing out the back, easing out the hips, enjoying this deep stretch for the shoulders, spine, and drop your knees down and bring yourself all the way onto your bottom, and you're going to come all the way down onto your back, knees bent, feet planted on the ground, and then lift the tailbone off the ground and drop it back down. So just some slight pelvic lifts here, nothing too fancy, just drawing that pelvic area up off the mat with intention. So maybe have your hands on your tummy, maybe try with your hands behind your head now. So lifting the shoulders like we did at the beginning, shoulders coming forward, elbows out, drawing that belly in as you come up. And relax. Lift the hips back up again, pressing your feet into the earth and dropping them back down. Extend the legs out in front. So bump your hips to the right, your legs to the left, and your arms to the left for banana pose. And just stay here for a few breaths. Coming back to center, bump your hips over to the left, legs to the right, and arms to the right. Nothing fancy, you don't need to connect your arms or your legs. Just bringing a nice gentle stretch down the side body. Coming back to center. Take your feet wider than the mat, knees can knock together now. It's releasing any tension in the back. Coming up to sit, and you're done. Thank you for your practice. Namaste.